Yeah. Hello, I'm George Faber, Pilar de Man, Freddie de Man, and the director Stephen Hopkins.
Why do you think it was right, the time was right to tell this story?
Well, I think actually Freddie and Pilar and George have been trying to make this for years and years, and I thought the time was right because I bashed down HBO's door until they let me make it. But it's I don't know, I think in some ways in an age of celebrity, I think people are fascinated by the whys and wherefores, and I think Peter Sellers maybe was the first ever really big, huge Beatles-like celebrity that came out of England, in the 60s. He made a huge impact on lots of people, and even people under the age of 40 still remember him. I think it's about a lot of different stuff. But I think, you couldn't have made this film a few years ago with all the help we have nowadays, with all the modern versions of filmmaking and nagging Jeffrey Rush until he did it. I think there's no one else who could really have pulled that one off. But that's why it worked, I hope.
What do you make of the remake of the Pink Panther movie? Because a lot of fans seem to think that it's sacrilege and it's being touched.
We wish them luck. I haven't seen it.
It's a tough act to follow. A part of the way Pink Panther worked was the originality of it, and the fact that Peter Sellers is this very sad clown-like figure who's holding onto his integrity as hard as he possibly can. And I think the interesting thing about Clouseau is that he was a very strong character, and it wasn't just about gags and falling and bashing himself on the head. It was about someone who really wants to be loved and taken care of and thought of as wonderful, and I hope they pull that off with the new one. But there's a whole new generation now. When I mention to kids about Peter Sellers, they've never heard of him. When I say Inspector Clouseau, then they know who he's talking about.
Well, it's funny because I met a guy in New York who's the head of the Peter Sellers Appreciation Society, and they are just up in arms about this movie, so that's why.
I know, he was working on the door of a nightclub in New York when I went to New York.
Yeah.
And he was all excited before the film came out. Now he's sending me emails about, he's like an icon, but no one's an icon, I have hideous skeletons in my closet, as we all do, everyone here, so.
Freddie, have you ever gotten a Nobel Award before?
No, this is my first.
His first film.
Well, I actually got a Cable Ace Award for Crazy from the Heart about 10 years ago.